not sorry that you tried to rewrite the story, but you forgot to check your math. I'm not sorry you don't wanna do this without me and still chose to treat me so bad. I'm not sorry, 'cause you're gonna get what you give, and what you've been given. Stay small, stay. No, I'm not sorry that all my hard work's been paying up, and I forgot to pick up your slack. I'm not your fixer. I'm not gonna spend my Saturday apologizing for your mess. I'm not your sister. I'm not your mother or your wife. I'm not your source of happiness. But most of all, I'm not sorry.
Hello, you've reached the Waves hotline. This is your operator. If you have a complaint, please press 1 and leave a message. We'll make sure to get it to your mama. If you're looking for an apology, please hang up now.
I think this bitch blessed blocking me from her blessings. Manipulation don't work the same like it used to. She got boundaries, I can't get around, I'm not Tupac. She prioritizing herself, she talking more to God. She holding me accountable, she say I'm not her job. She say in order to be whole, I gotta play my part. Why can't she piece me all together? Ain't she good at art? I don't like her clarity, her freedom disturbing my flaws. Damn. Yo, disconnection, my redirection, I self-corrected. Spent too much time accepting less than my weight in metal. Looking at my feet and I'm missing petals. Where my roses, y'all been posing. You don't love me the way that you say, I know it. Pulling at my strings, everybody got motives. What you need, you want from me without reciprocity. I'm the only one that I owe an apology for putting up with sorry motherfuckers disturbing my peace. You bitch.
I'm not your fixer.
I'm not your fixer.
I'm not gonna spend my Saturday
night
apologizing.
Open the blinds, open your eyes.
I'm not your mother or your wife.
I'm not your sister. I'm not your mother. And I ain't sorry. I'm not at all. Not even a little bit. Feels so good to me. I'm happy to be free and alive. And a vibe. And a vibe. And I'm not sorry. On a star, on a fast, on a bird, on a plane. You could wish on anything, anything, but you ain't gon' leave me. I'm not sorry. Sweet as I am, I'm not sorry. I feel better. I feel better.
This is First Gen Xers.
This is now versus then. This is now versus then. Get on your mark, let's go. This is now versus then. Burning up your radio, still turning up the heat with Poetic on the flow. Got you moving to the beats with the Saint as your host. Shout out the collective, hold it down, we gon' clown, that's the lesson. Where Generation X meets Generation Next, with them bangers from the east to the south to the west. Yeah, it's how we do it in Sacktown. Slide to the studio, yup, it goes down. These beats gon' pound, waking the game up, told you it goes down. And this is only the intro. Turn the mics on, shout out to my kinfolk. Where you at, y'all? Let's get this started. Turn down for what, we about to start the party. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then.
Maybe you want to purchase some drink. The rubber people, Novakane Omega.
Yes, yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Get 'em nose, get 'em nose, get 'em nose.
Yo, it's time to build up like earwax and mildew. Fearful of the truth, mere facts to kill you. Adjust my rear view, pop the set in the deck. I'm aiming red dots at the devil's red neck, yeah. Stress makes it hard to relax like bad bats. Withstand fire like Meshack, Shadrach, and Abednego. Abstract Jews, indigo, emerald and topaz. Lyrical with vocab, rhymes stay fresh, my notepad. Airtight, turn your hair right from sheer fight at the beer sight. You feel right, that's bad luck. Scared to show your bare chest. I stimulate your auditory nerves like ear-sex with Q-tips. When I rap, I snap like toothpicks. Kids do to create music, watch school films, rapping through your new tricks. Handstand, flip up, cartwheels, backflips, who knows, ain't no telling. Your bank's flooded, but your deaf, dumb and blind like her. Your tape selling, the two atomic speed walkers with sweet talkers and tight. Evil seem nice, if hip hop was right, I'd be white. So when vernacular, crackle,
I wear my garlic neck brace.
choose my paper made as a steak to penetrate your breastplate.
Oh.
My hip hop is quite healthy. I got melanin, the sun don't melt.
Everybody, throw your hands in the air, y'all, and wave up like you just don't care, y'all. And if you're ready to ride with Novakane tonight, somebody say, oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! And you don't stop. Novakane Omega, Junipers and me. Rubber people, mighty, mighty, universal Zulu Nation.
What's good with it, planet Earth? What's good with it? And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are rocking with the vibe. Today is Tuesday, November 11th, 2025. Today is Veterans Day. I happen to be one of those.
Oh, okay.
Right? All right. And once again, this is NVT Now versus Then. We are broadcasting live from the city and state of Hartford, Connecticut. All right. And let's get with it. Once again, this is Now versus Then, where Generation X meets Generation Next. My name is the Saint or / Agent K28. And sitting with me, of course, is the one and only. Well, you know what? We just going to go ahead and do the intros yourself because, you know, you're a guest here. I mean, you're a guest here, but once you've been invited once before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we fam.
Do it yourself. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Do what you do. Do what you do.
So, you gonna go first?
Ladies first.
Yeah.
I'm Novakane, aka BGG, Black Girl Gamer. I met First Gen on Twitch, or the Saint. I met him on Twitch, and you know, been fam ever since. Streamer and DJ, MC, and artist, teacher, person. That's me, and this is hubby Cakes.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. I am Fats. Peace. I am Fats.
aka the MC Serious B. You know what I mean? But I am a hip hop historian, author, scholar, teacher, essayist. You know what I mean, and activist as well. You know what I mean. So that's me. You know what I mean. I'm here. One half of the duo, the Rubber People, of the Mighty Junipers Elite Poetry Organization. You know what I mean. So that's what it is. What up, Saint? What up? What up?
Man, you already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. You know, we just trying to do what we do. Before we usually get to the introductions, we can't we cannot get anything started without doing the conscious moment. And a conscious moment is a track from an album. It could be from an EP. It could be something special, extremely special, but not necessarily tailor-made for the radio. So tonight, man, this track was like really surprised the hell out of me. And at first glance, you'll be like, man, what the hell is this? But then the minute you hear the vocals, it'll be like, damn, it's a twist. So I'm not quite sure where this artist is from, but we are definitely going to give props here. So tonight's conscious moment comes from an artist named E.J. Jones. And the name of this track is called Gas Station Love. Look out for it right here on Now Versus Then. Let's go.
What's going on, boy? Shit, man, it's gas station. Okay. You need to fill up? Nah, I gotta fill up. Okay. And look, she caught her with bad shit. I see she left out the store though. I caught her with her. She pumping gas. You know what I'm saying? Look, she pumping gas. Okay, cool. I'm like, damn, we man it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No man.
Riding through a new town on the way to pick up my cigars and things, till I seen her pretty self. Oh, she look good. I gotta get down on her before she's gone for good. She was in line, looking fine and wide. Then we locked eyes. Oh, I gotta catch her outside, pumping gas all alone. I said, baby, where's your man? She turned around, said, you tell me. I do what I can, but I can't do much. Oh no, don't get me wrong, babe, I can't do too much. Oh, I ain't got much time at the gas station. got next. Oh, let me, baby, let me. I said, let me. Oh, yeah. I said, let me. Get out on. Oh, I had to get out on. I had to get out on. Get out on. Oh, I had to get out on.
Yeah.
Fire!
Strong.
Fire!
That was strong.
Yeah.
That was strong.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like your show, man. You know what I mean? You got a good ear, brother. You got a good ear, bro.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God. From the beginning to the end.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
beautiful.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready.
that was fire.
That was definitely up. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the one and only Tech 85, definitely in the building. And I'm
Hey.
welcome. You know, this young lady right here, I always go into Novakane's streams and so forth. And let me allow myself to introduce officially the one and only Melissa Dawn. Thank you.
Little Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa.
You know, hey, listen, hey, man, ain't nobody trying to get shot. Okay.
Ah.
Okay. Definitely. And definitely, but no, you know, she's always supportive. She's always given a kind word when she comes into your chats and so forth. And you know, she always gives the shout outs, always, you know, popping through and so forth. So definitely I gotta definitely give that respect. So definitely that. All right. So without further ado, I want to go ahead also. Well, of course, welcome back the one and only Sajante in the building. Definitely.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
You guys hear me? Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Peace.
Can you guys
All
hear
right.
me?
Yep.
All right. Introduce yourself.
I'm
Go
C.
ahead.
Dante, also known as Chanel J. Wilson. I'll be doing the moderation today. I always say keep your head on the swivel. If you have any questions or anything for our lovely panel and guests, please leave them in the chat and I will definitely get back to you.
All right. Okay. So listen, before we get into the deep of the conversation and so forth, we do have to have at least one more track to make it happen, because we usually do two in a row. But the thing about it is that gas station love, that's some real powerful shit. I really want to talk about a little bit about that, because that threw me off. When you first see this, brother, it's like it's on some, you know, some extra shit, right? But then when them lyrics started coming out, he started talking that real extra grown man shit. Like, whoa, somebody studied the assignment very well. All right, so let me go ahead and drop this real quick. The name of this track is called Pigeons on a Stoop. This is Hartford, Connecticut's own The Art Museum, and it is right here on Now versus Then. Let's go.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming. My sister looking amazing as always. Please, here, take a seat over here. My brother, sharp as always. Here, please take a seat. We gonna begin shortly. Please, everybody take a seat. All I know is nobody better not start no shit up in this motherfucker. Sometimes life won't let you live. Gotta watch those who take no matter how much you give. I learned money talks before Chris Tucker did. Haters watching your pockets, they ain't searching for lint. It's like a full-time job to be an optimist. Get them niggas out your crew who think the opposite. The government wanna lock down my consciousness. Flaws and all, I want the same love that Donald get. Bitches lie through the same lips that polish dick. I just nod while she bob till she swallow it. Niggas ain't learn to shut they mouth for the chopper spit. My niggas grab the strap, look up like what the problem is. Life's a bitch and that bitch ain't monogamous. I still hit no plan B if the condom rip. She said it's just you and I on some college shit, and then left me on red on some toxic shit. Got no snaps, can't get in my ride. Don't know my life, you can't judge I. Too many lows, don't blow my high. Cross that line, stay on that side. Wanna do more than just get by. Hand you the knife, you wanna cut ties. Out my lane, you don't know my drive. Guess everybody ain't about that life. Hey, 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 I done seen a lot of things. I done had a lot of dreams. Yeah, nigga, a lot of dreams. Fancy car, diamond rings. In the end, it's just one thing. Look around and ask myself, what do it really mean? I just wanna slide through like a cool breeze and stack a few G's, yeah, with a few G's. Niggas mad when I do them how they do me. It's all good, I know the score like the Fugees. Keep your circle tight from niggas talking loosely. Going bad on good ones, how you lose me. Far from a saint, never claim Drew Brees. Too busy chasing dreams, got no time to lose sleep. Fuck you been, nigga, I ain't calling nothing off. Niggas still flipping bricks like a somersault. Whole team lit, bout to blow up like a Molotov. While I grind up on a pussy, know it's butter soft. Hold up, watch out when they roll up. Niggas still get smoked, like when you roll up. Niggas still won't hesitate if you carry heavyweight. Niggas still will separate your head up from your shoulders. Got no snaps, can't get in my ride. Don't know my life, you can't judge I. Too many lows, don't blow my high. Cross that line, stay on that side. Wanna do more than just get by. Hand you the knife, you wanna cut ties. Out my lane, you don't know my drive. Guess everybody ain't about that life. Hey, 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 I done seen a lot of things. I done had a lot of dreams. Yeah, nigga, a lot of dreams. Fancy car, diamond rings. In the end, it's just one thing. Look around and ask myself, what do it really mean? Got no snaps, can't get in my ride. Don't know my life, you can't judge I. Too many lows, don't blow my high. Cross that line, stay on that side. Wanna do more than just get by. Hand you the knife, you wanna cut ties. Out my lane, you don't know my drive. Guess everybody ain't about that life. Hey, I done seen a lot of things. I done had a lot of dreams. Hey, fancy car, diamond rings. Hey, do it more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back once again. This is Now versus Then. We're Generation X meets Generation Next, along with my guests, the one and only couple, power couple themselves, Nova, and of course, the one and only Culture Chronicles in the building, and of course, co-hosted by the one and only C. John Tay. So, what's cracking? What's happening with y'all? How you doing? How
you good, doing? Man? Good to be here.
Hey, like I said, man, everything's everything. Blessed, blessed, blessed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So one of the things I wanted to ask you, because we didn't really have a big informal interview the last time we spoke, but we want to be able to know the difference between Black Girl Gamer and Novakane Omega, because you trust and believe in me, ladies and gentlemen, it's like two different, you get two different people, but just one, just one spirit right there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, and it's like I was telling her earlier, it's like you have two different strains, you know what I'm saying? You roll it up, turn it into a hybrid. So, what's
way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, so the difference between the two, and how do you present yourself with that? Like, how do you see yourself as Novakane Omega, but also seeing yourself as Black Girl Gamer?
Well, Novakane Omega is who I am. Like a lot of people who meet me on Twitch, they meet me through Black Girl Gamer first, or they met me through Black Girl Gamer first. Not as much anymore since I have the other channel. Now that's been a year and some months that I've had that. So now I have people who just kind of know me through the DJ side first and don't know that I game, but most people know me from BGG. Novakane Omega is my MC name. It's the name, everybody's been calling me for, 30 years or whatever. So I'm Nova. It's almost kind of like just my other name, really. Like, if my parents could have gave me another name, I would pick Nova as the name, not Novakane, I guess, but Nova. And so it's neat to watch everybody kind of get introduced to people to say, "Oh, that name is dope" or whatever, and it's just who I am. Everybody calls me Nove. They call us Fats and Nove. I'm not BGG anywhere else but Twitch, so it has it's a unique place where I get to be this kind of crazy part of myself or whatever. But for me, it represents a lot to be able to be Novakane and BGG, because as much as I didn't like having to split my channels up, so I could have the DJ channel and because I need my VODs, I need them clips. I can't have VODs and stuff as a DJ. You can't have clips and VODs and stuff. So, and that's not surprising given like how music law is set up and all of that. So I'm not surprised at that, but I can't forfeit my clips and stuff like that. So Twitch recommended you split them in two, and it kind of helped me to brand myself out. My brand was kind of all over the place because I came over here to be a gamer. I didn't come over here to be a DJ. I wasn't a DJ when I came over here. I was an MC and a musician, but not and I loved house, but I wasn't a DJ. And then 5 minutes into being a gamer, I was a DJ. So maybe 2 months in, I picked up DJing, and it just took off so fast. It just grew legs, you know what I mean? And I wasn't even known for gaming either. So that's what made that interesting. You know what I mean? Like almost, I'd say 97% of my streams were all DJ streams. 95 and the rest would be teaching. You know what I mean? So
Right.
And it grew my channel so fast to be a DJ. It made sense at the time, but I'm kind of glad that Twitch and that the fates, the destiny of it all took me down this path, because now I am two different people. I would say that BGG is a lot wilder when it comes to what I might say or whatever out of my mouth, because we're gaming and it's game culture and it just has a different set of sensibilities. So as wild as I can be on the microphone, even when I'm DJing, I'm still more subtle, I guess, and it's more about the vibe over there. It's all I can do though, not to say certain stuff. And I try to, I guess it's a part of it. So I try to bring them together too, by still being kind of free in both streams to just kind of be me and say whatever comes to my mind. But my BGG channel is like really unfiltered. It's like really kind of like a warning type of vibe over there. But that's where you're gonna learn though. You know what I mean? That's where I get to get in your head about whatever it is, building, channel building.
Now, one of the things I wanted to ask, because how did you get the phrase each nine teach nine? Because that is, that has to have some kind of special meaning, because it catches you, because we usually say each one teach one, but it's like teaching a man to fish, something like that, to that on that, on that kind of level. So what was the foundation behind that?
Wonderful question. I don't think anybody ever asked me that. I'll keep it brief, but it's the number 9 is a significant number in that when you multiply it times anything, the digital sum of those numbers all added up will always equal 9. So if okay, so 1 times 9 is 9, 2 times 9 is 18, and 1 plus 8 is 9. And then there's 27, 2 plus 7 is 9, 36, 3 plus 6 is 9, 45. Then it flips, 54. So instead of being 45, it's 54. And then instead of being 36, it's 63. Instead of being 27, it's 72. And then instead of being 18, it's 81. And then it's 9 again. But then if you go past that and start multiplying all the other numbers, still the same thing. You could pick the biggest number in the world. If you multiply it by 9 and you add up the digital sum, it'll always equal 9. So it's a powerful and interesting number because it represents, and then I could go way deeper about the number 9, and I'm not, but there's certain sciences and things that we've come across in our travels that just add even more significance to that number. So it's a really special number. And That's one thing. But then the concept of, and it is the fishermen, each one teach one thing. I wanted to find a way to each nine teach nine is dear to me because it's how I started streaming was each nine teach nine on Facebook. Same with him. He became Culture Chronicles. We used to have this show real briefly on YouTube called Hard Knock University. We started dealing with this lady that worked at Norfolk State University radio and stuff, and she wanted, Edith Thorpe, and she wanted to. You might know her. She was
No, I know, no, but I know that name. I've heard that before. Like when I was in like North Carolina, that was some years back.
She went to she was a professor. She did radio at it's not A&T, North Carolina Central, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
She helped Ninth Wonder start his first thing. She's responsible for getting.
She really knows Ninth.
The whole Ninth and the whole college thing. She is she's there with the foundation of him being able to do all that stuff. So that might be where you know her from. And then we know her from Norfolk State.
Right.
She was at 91.1 WNSB at Norfolk State's radio station when we was dealing with her. She got us to do some vignettes. We were able to do some vignettes. She got us paid and everything. Miss Thorpe was that was
well, and that's it's a big part of our origin story. Not so much each nine teach nine, but him, and then me because we started dealing with her. She said, "Listen, I want to use you guys as hip hop, little 2-minute vignettes and get you guys paid and all that good stuff." But Hard Knock University is kind of almost has like a negative tone to it. You think you could find another name? You think you could maybe brainstorm some other names? If not, that's cool. And so we were like, yeah, okay, let's give it a try. And we landed on Culture Chronicles as the name for those vignettes and as the name for the brand. And then but he was already streaming. He was already streaming on Facebook, and I had started streaming as well because of him and some other friends and blah 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 blah, teaching and doing blah blah blah. So that branched out, and then we ended up on like I got tired of doing some of the stuff I was doing on Facebook, and then I was like, well, let me just do something else. I kind of wanted to reinvent myself. I became Black Girl Gamer. I came over here onto Twitch and saw that it wasn't just a gaming platform; it's a streaming platform. And so that woke us up because we're streamers. So he came over here too, and he became Culture Chronicles, and now y'all call him that. Like that wasn't his name. You know what I mean? Like nobody was calling him that before. Yeah, so it's really dope.
No, taking on whole new identities here. In the world of Twitch, and meeting a whole new nation
of people
is
a village.
Because here in IRL is a whole nother nation of people that we know and deal with between the conscious scene and the hip hop scene.
That's why when you had Jagged on here, when you had Keith Turner, we know her as Jagged. When you had Keith Turner on here, I mean that like blew our heads off because she's from
this area.
She's from one of those tribes that we've built because there's them, and then there's people that we roll with that they don't roll with. You know what I'm saying? Because we got our Zulu Nation days, and then you got him as a dancer, and then you got our MC Pocket, and that's how we know her. And then the teaching, the knowledge of self circuit and stuff. So we have a lot of the reggae community. That's where Melissa comes in. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope.
Yeah, because like I said, when I'm meeting Keith Turner, that was just inspirational right off the bat. And when I started playing her music back in 2000, this was back in like 2016, 2017, in a track called Over It. And I started listening to it, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to actually go ahead and just keep pushing her. And ever since then, every year, I mean, I have enough right now to put together close to 2 albums. That's how much music and stuff that she has sent me over the years. And I definitely appreciate it. And that's almost like 10 years, coming up. So I'm just, I'm really honored. So definitely got to give a shout out, especially now with that track Goofy. With Redman.
Yeah. Strong.
It's good to know people like that. You feel me? Like,
and she one of those people she don't miss. So if you don't put her on a song or whatever, I mean, you already know you got all her music, but she don't miss. She's not gonna ever half step. You got to bring your A game. That's the kind of person she is. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
you punch the ticket when you talking about her. You know you're gonna get your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, we've known her. I've known her. What now? We know her since like 96, 97, something like that.
96,
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, we know her a long time.
yeah, known her a long time. No, you know what I mean. And I
And
remember
I
she
think she was
changed.
a wee girl when we knew her.
Yeah. Well, me and her are like around the same age. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Miss Jonte, speak up. You are the co-host. So if you wish to speak up, just go ahead and make it happen. Don't be shy. Don't just
Yeah, I was just posting all the links into our chat here. I guess what I was gonna ask was just where for I guess where we are just in I guess all the music society and streaming society. I was gonna ask, where do you see us going in like 5 years? I've been kind of looking at that a lot, so I'm always curious what other artists and other gamers are thinking. So where do you guys see it going in the next couple
When you
years?
quantify us for me, when you saying us,
Both
are
both
you
for the whole panel, but definitely for Novakane Omega and for Culture Chronicles, just from the work that you have been doing and seeing, just where do you see it going?
as far as streaming goes, I see it
Mhm.
going more and more like this, where more and more people of course there was a shift when COVID
Mhm.
came and a lot of people started
Yeah.
streaming. And then people had to go back to work, so a lot of people stopped. But
Mhm.
that started a new army of people who did keep streaming and realized the
Mhm.
power of it. I think broadcasting from home and doing any kind of live anything is the future. That's why we started. You know what I mean?
Got it.
He had something to say about hip hop.
Yeah.
I was like, you should be a streamer, and he was like, okay. And then we just kind of played around with it, and it was gravy. So I see it just expanding and people being more and more like the way Kai Cenat came and became one of
Yeah.
the biggest streamers, and now all the musicians will go to his house to
Mhm.
promote their albums or whatever it is. I see it kind of being like the new Arsenio Hall or whatever. I mean, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Where it's just like
Yeah.
it's more it like nobody watches like TV shows anymore. Like
Not anymore. No.
not those kind of shows anyway.
Yeah.
And if they do, they're going to stream them on demand. So
Yeah.
it's that's where I see it streaming going, and I see how
Yeah.
it influences pretty much everything else. Because when COVID
Everything.
came, people started literally doing news broadcasts from the house and things like
Yeah.
that, like NBC newscasters and stuff. So I think
Yeah.
people saw that it wasn't it you don't need to have the lights, camera, and the whole big studio audience and
Mhm.
everything. You know what I mean? So
I know
I just see
exactly.
it being
Yeah.
more that way.
It feels like a shift has happened with it. And what I like is it brings back a sense of grassroots community a little bit. I remember
Yeah.
like when I was coming of age, how we would go to the coffee shops or we would go to the poetry slams or things like that. And that was one form of it. And so it's starting to feel like this virtual kind of community experience versus this packaged thing. So to
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally feel where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
I
It's like
also,
a radio station for us too.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's what it is. Is like you're saying the grassroots, like what you were saying with the grassroots or the other guerrilla style. I think I like to
Mhm.
remind people, and when I'm doing my hip hop studies, I'm often reminded at when the president or the government is wilding,
Yeah.
hip hop is strong. The people are
You're right.
stronger. The people down here, those of us that are here, or whether it's the disenfranchised, or it's the lower middle class, or whatever you want to call it, whatever.
Mhm.
Those of us that are down here find ways to get the information out, find ways to help each other with solidarity. Like you said, it's like a virtual solidarity we got going on around here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like you said, there is definitely a movement. I definitely see a movement in it, and as far as the future in the next 5 years, I mean, think about it with what I call the age of Aquarius and
Mhm.
everybody being revealed for who they really are, the
Right.
Puff Daddies and the people like that. The whole music industry has changed. All the
It
CEOs of the
is.
music industries have
Yeah.
resigned. So
Yeah.
while some people are looking at things like that as negative, I see it as a new day, an
Mhm.
opportunity to do new
Mhm.
things. Oh, Donald Trump, you trying to be a dictator? That means you changing the government as
Mhm.
we know it. That means that we need to change how we look at things down
You're
here as
right.
well.
You're
So,
right.
and that's what I think the energy is going into what we're looking at. So, yep, that's how I feel too.
Yeah. That's a very big thing, especially us moving into that age of Aquarius.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it? I know it's a very yes, that's a big one. I can't get the exact words out right now, but it's a big one. It's a big one.
Yeah. But that's what it is. It's in the air. A lot of people, you know, Dead Prez couldn't have said it better. It's bigger than hip hop. You know what I mean? What's going on? I believe hip hop is about to be a big catalyst, though. I think as far as more than music, you know. I think it's about to play a bit more pivotal role because it is bigger. Hip hop is bigger than the music that it produces.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it. So I think that part of it is what the world is about to kind of really get a piece of, and I think it's good timing. You know what I mean? I think it's good timing. So, yeah,
absolutely,
totally agree.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things I did want to ask, especially Miss Novakane Omega. No, listen, I see you've been playing mean game of Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah.
What's going on with that? Because I seen you shooting some buffalo and you couldn't skin it. Like, what the hell was that?
I don't know. It's glitchy, fam. It's one of the glitchiest games ever made. At least the online one. You know what I'm saying? That was the online one. Online one. The regular one don't do all that. It's usually cool. You know what I mean? Like the story one, but the online one is terrible.
Yeah, but you seem to really get a kick out of that one. But like, what else have you really like played, or what else have you gotten yourself into?
Had I not started DJing and completely just hijacked my own brand with DJing, and if I kept gaming, y'all would have saw me playing when I first started playing. The first couple of months, Portal was my game. I like indie games, so I like and retro games. So I like Portal and Portal 2, Human Fall Flat. There's this game called From Dust. I like to play. I like I love Assassin's Creed though. That was my go-to game before all the others. Assassin's Creed Origins is one of my favorite games, of all time. It's definitely my favorite AC. And so usually I'm going to be playing that. But I loved when I was growing up, I loved Metroid like a lot. Like Super Metroid and Metroid. My children do too, like messing around with me.
Super Metroid.
Yeah, I like games where you could go through and level up, and you level up your suit, and there's secret rooms and shit, and there's Easter eggs, and there's cheat codes, and there's GTA, San Andreas. Again, one of my favorite games ever. Like I never really got into GTA 4 or 5 that much. I did play the Ballad of Gay Tony. I beat that. That was dope. But other than that, like I didn't like those. But my man CJ, the original San Andreas joints, because again, you go through, you level up, you unlock secret shit. There's cheat codes. There's Easter eggs. It's an open roam world. You know what I mean? That's my favorite kind of games. So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of partial to Vice City.
Yeah, Vice City was my shit too, though. Vice City was my shit.
Vice City. All right. So what we're gonna go ahead and do? One of the things I wanted to talk about, because I did want to ask you, what did you think of that track, "Not Sorry" by Moonchild?
Strong. I mean, so you probably you don't know if you've seen me play any R&B because I haven't done it as much lately. Since you've known me, I haven't done it as much. But I always, throughout my whole DJ career on Twitch, I always will visit R&B at least once a month. Sometimes I used to like really do it, but I love I love R&B. My favorite music is R&B, and that's my wheelhouse. Like just it's right up my alley. Just kinky music that people can make love to, and the vibe is my shit. You know what I'm saying? So Moonchild, I never play an R&B set and don't put at least one Moonchild song in there. But I haven't heard that one. That's either newer or whatever. It might be newer, and so I haven't seen or heard that. But
that's brand new.
Okay, yeah. So that's the only reason why I haven't seen it. Like, because I haven't been looking lately. But I love that.
Yeah,
I almost lost my shit in here when that joint came on. And then you had Jill in there and all that. That joint was strong. You had Jill, Rhapsody. I wasn't expecting that. That was strong.
Okay.
So, but I mean, they don't miss.
They don't.
They don't.
They
don't miss.
They
They
come
can't
out
miss.
swinging.
Swinging.
Oh.
So I love
All
them.
right.
Mhm.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna because I'm gonna get a chance for you guys to listen to this next track. And that means I like for everybody to tap
Meesh meesh.
in the chat room and so forth. And we want to see how you feel about this particular track.
Okay.
All
Now
right.
he's
Okay.
So
it's 10 o'clock. This is usually when the boys go to sleep. So they just came to the
gotcha.
door to say goodnight. So if you want him to hear it, then you should wait. If it ain't a big deal,
Okay,
then
no,
go ahead
no.
and
Yeah,
play.
we need for him to wait because I guarantee you, you know, he gets on that Spock is logical, you know, he'll break that shit down like, you know, down to the notes. So, you
Yeah.
know,
First gen, I need you to like cuss me out and kick my ass if I don't send you our music. Do you understand how much music I have that I know you would be like, yo, like so because we forget, it's almost like it was a lifetime ago. Like we've done so much that like I forget and then we'll start playing it and we'll just lose it in here because it's like, you know, when you go back and find old you stuff old you did and you're like, wow,
yeah.
like man, you gotta force you gotta I'm just one of those people. I'm so ADHD and I have so much going on at any given time. Like and I be smoking. Like you gotta strap me down and be like, look, okay, sit and do this, and I'll do it. You know what I mean? Because
Okay,
I'll be
well,
like, I got to send you. Did I never send you? I thought it wasn't you. Who was it? I sat and sent somebody all the shit. It was one of the people on the list because I have a list. I have a
mhm.
list of people that I need to send music to.
Yeah, he's on.
He's definitely. I know.
I think it was Rob.
It was Rob Bombastic. It was Rob Bombastic. Okay, so we handled him. We did Missile before. It's time to send her some more joints, though. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a couple
Yeah.
of years, just like that. That was a few years ago. She played it too. So like that, some of that shit. Because I be looking at everybody like kind of scouring the internet trying to find like y'all don't have this. Y'all don't have this shit, y'all. I gotta put you. I gotta put you so.
Well,
I gotta put you so deep. I'm gonna give you joints that don't nobody got. And
well, look, I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to put some, you know, put some stuff together, you know, with some audio tracks and, you know, incorporating some background videos and so forth, you know, have it in the background. But, you know, I'll be on the screen, you know, trying to, you know, do what I do on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
what use it
entertain.
how you
But
will. Use it how you will. I just need you to hear it. Like I need you to know.
no,
Like
I
listen.
need, but I'm gonna let you know. No, so I'll let you know because if when you hear it or when I hear it, I'm gonna let everybody else hear it too and
Yeah,
expose that music out there.
I
That
appreciate
is
you.
that's one of the purposes. Like you know, we've been throwing gang. We couldn't format it into this, but
I
you
feel
know,
you.
we've been running that for the last year and some
Mhm.
change, maybe.
Just played that when
See,
I was in his
Jonte?
channel yesterday. He played Gang for me, Easy Mac. He always play all the joints when I go in there. You know what I'm saying? Because we're from the same area, so he plays all the people. Half the people he play, I got music with them or something like that. I'm about to play you the joint. I'm about to give you the joints though.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
Okay.
about to give you the joint. I got hit him off. Because you know what? When Whirlwind Dreamer found that track, she randomly came across this track that I'm on with some other people from around the way, and
Mhm.
it's these people called Certain Ones, and they make beats and do a bunch of stuff, but they got a little bit of influence and stuff. So like, and I don't think they're local. Anyway, I have a connect through them. I made a song with them. It's other people on it. She randomly found it. She didn't know I was on it, and then she heard it, and I forgot about this. So when she played it, I was like, okay, I see why she because it's lyrical. I don't like the beat. Like it's not really my type of song, but I'm a good sport. Like if somebody give me a good beat or a decent beat, I'll try to make it work. You know what I'm saying or whatever. So I did
Yeah.
what I could with it, but I like my verse. It's strong for me even. Like you know what I mean. So she when she played it on her channel, she played it like 5 times in a row. Like I went I went to her stream and she played it 5 times in a row
Right.
because she this is my point. She was losing it because she didn't know that it was like that. Like the way we because he rapped like that too. Like the way it we come from a type of MC and that's just how you do the shit. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So my point is it bothered me that it was surprising to her to hear that I could rap like that. Like everybody else in the world who don't know me from Twitch, who knows us, that's what they know us for. Like they know how lyrical we are.
That's back to that alter ego we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
So it's kind of fun to reveal it, but it's time. Like I need you because I know you could appreciate.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a lot of underground people, from around there.
Videos too.
Okay. All right. Before I get into this track, I got to go ahead and give a shout out to the one and only, the manager extraordinaire, the one and only Foxy T 101. Good evening. How you doing? Good to see you. And then, of course, I see Mish 8. I've seen you around before.
He always
that's Chef, brother.
Mish.
Okay.
Brother. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Now versus Then, where Generation X meets Generation X. My name is the Saint, and we're just getting to fire on all cylinders. So we're about to get into this track, and this is actually produced by Ninth Wonder. Okay, and we want to throw a little bit of critique on it, the hits or the misses or whatever. And the name of the track is called Gotta Get It. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ruben Vincent and Ninth Wonder, and it is right here on Now versus Then. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Hey. Queen City raised the kings. Win a ring. My parents never married. I carried the flag of a lone star like what they was raised for. They bad me, please. Don't compare me to any of my peers in this. Like Shakur, I done shed many tears for this. I got God from my mom and the sins from my father. But I'ma break barriers like barter. I could've went to Harvard, but see I chose the HBCU, then dropped out trying to be Sean, thinking down daughters. Thinking to myself like I gotta go harder. Ain't nobody better than I ever been. Was heaven sent just to travel through hell again. They saying if it ain't trap, I never win. I couldn't give a fuck like I'm celibate. It's evident that has to get paid. No church in the wild if we tryna get saved. They say hey, I got to get paid. Got family to feed, ain't no time to be afraid. Hey, and I still need a lot of dough, lot to cope. Being raised in survival mode, watching my mama take a check and pay tithes and love God, but we ain't gon' pay the bills with the Bible though. My in love, then I find a new addition. The blind lead the blind till they find the truth is missing. But me, I was a realist, never was superstitious. Listen, what's the profit if these people gain the world and lose their soul? That's why I learned to stack it and lay low. It's war where I'm from, soldier boys hold Dracos. Halle Bailey fuck around, give a boy a halo. I was more Basquiat, couldn't do the same old shit as everybody though. They try to make me change though. I'm still staying 10 toes cause I know how the game go. Hey, I got to get paid. No church in the wild and we trying to get saved. Say hey, got family to feed, ain't no time to be afraid. Say
All right. From what I see, it's like I think there was some skipping or something, and I was unaware. Goodness gracious. Well, you know what happens. Shit happens with this technology around here. Somebody was out there trying to listen, but
It,
did you
it
get a
sounded,
chance to hear it?
it
Yeah,
sounded
my
good.
end it was
There
fine.
was a,
Yeah,
It was fine on our end, brother.
yeah.
yeah.
And I
Oh,
just,
really?
I might want
Okay.
to, I just wanted to say, add on to say how like how Ninth did the night and day. I'll be sure joint.
Yeah.
He flipped
Yeah.
it. How
There
he
was a
flipped
little
the I'll be
flip
sure
up.
night and day
Yeah.
joint.
That was hot.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
like,
hot.
So no, that was
hey,
yeah.
yeah.
But everything was good over here, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
yeah,
just, I
that's
just
that was
wanted
hot.
to make sure. Let me double check my let me double check on my Twitch and stuff because it looks like I don't know what the hell is going on. But
Mhm.
so what did you think of the what did you think of the track?
I liked it. When I first heard his accent, it immediately put me in a little brother type of space. Especially since Knife wanted did make the beat. Now, and I'm not one of those people that's looking to compare people. It's just that's how I naturally heard it. Like when I heard it, he sounded like Pooh or my man's. So, but he quickly didn't sound like them. Like as soon as I kind of heard that familiarity, I realized it was just their accents really, and a little bit of his vocal, a little bit of the way that they of his rhyme style, a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think that might just be a regional effect. You know what I'm saying? Just like from here, there's a certain way that we kind of all rhyme. When you hear people, especially from our age, you hear certain people rhyme. It's a certain way that we hit it. So I think that's just what I heard. I loved it. I thought it was a nice bop. It kind of had summertime vibes. I also like how it had a little message like woven off in there. He had a lot of little stuff to say about life, and it's dope. I don't want to hear an MC necessarily just kind of rap in place about rap for rap's sake.
Yeah.
I like to hear when somebody kind of one thing I always liked
Yeah.
about Common is that you feel like you know him. Like if you hear him rap, same with Eminem. Regardless of how a person might feel about Eminem, you can't say that you didn't get to know him
Do the
through his music. Like we
Right.
know everything about him. We know he got a daughter. We know he got a baby mom.
Mhm.
We know his mom had the Munchausen, and we know he dealt with drugs and whatever it is. You know what I mean? So my man's it's not like he slammed us with his life story, but he wove in some truths from his perspective into the song, and so that made it a little bit more than just a bop. It kind of had a little bit of a, you know what I mean, like a
Yeah.
little aware vibe about it that I like. So,
Right.
what you got?
Right.
Well,
Definitely that.
yeah, I just like the continuous flow. You know what I mean? I like that like No just said pretty much. It was substance. It for me it passed my little report card of
Right.
what it would require a dope song. Like I said, ninth hit the I'll Be Sure jank. He flowed with it lovely.
Yeah.
He filled it in great with some nice bars. And like I say, you learned a little something. And again, it just wasn't it was good substance. You know what I mean? I think we're going back to this. I think we're moving back into this. So as far as speaking on what we were talking about earlier, not just the social media communal thing, but substance is kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think I'm looking forward to what's going down musically.
Me too.
You know, we got the moonshine, everything. Like, again, man, just, shows like this are testament to I think what's about to be going down, which is good stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, man.
I try. Okay. All right. So I'm going to play. I want one more. I want to give out one more track, and this is more of our, I would say, our generation, or our, I guess, are the age of our peers currently, and I know you've probably heard this track before. I'm not quite sure if you have or if you haven't, but it is definitely one of the favorites, at least for me. And I want to be able to discuss it a little bit, especially the lyrics, because it's about to be some generational shit.
Mhm.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Okay.
the name of this track is called Act My Age. This is Ice Cube featuring Scarface, and it is right here on Now Versus Then.
Act
Let's
My
go.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you for showing up on such short notice. Yeah, our regular babysitter had an emergency.
No worries. That's why we named our app We're Here For You.
Because we're here for you.
Okay. So we don't want the twins to see us leave.
No.
Be back.
This is for the black, white, brown, beige. Never tell me to act my age. Bitch told me to act my age. That's when I let his ass out the cage. Here come the rage, blast like a gauge. Bitch told me I was going through a phase. Oh, you confused? Nigga, bitch, I turn the page, I keep it moving. Yeah, church on the move. Only get worse when I'm finna act a fool. Old school, don't play by the new rules. Old school, slap the shit out of nephew. You fuck a prank, I don't play, boy. What the hell, boy? This is Uncle Elroy. Still with it, still wild, real loud. Still only fuck with the real crowd. Yeah, homie, you a real cloud. Sitting there quiet as a church mouse. Told me I was immature. How when I'm in the store wearing velour, bitch? This is for the black, white, brown, and beige. Never tell me to act my age. Bitch told me to act my age. That's when I let his ass out the cage. This is for the black, white, brown, and beige. Never tell me to act my age. Bitch told me to act my age. That's when I let his ass out.
Nigga, take your ass back if you love it that much. If not, shut the fuck up. You niggas ain't built no different. Talk that shit and don't listen. We can all act ignorant. Bring the guns out. I'm a vampire when the sun's out. I'm from the streets, I got to act that way. Hey, back up out my face. I ain't like these dudes. I'm not finna fight this nigga. I'm about to light this fuse. Fuck they thought. I was just gonna talk, let that whole shit slide. Now that ain't my style, so that ain't gonna ride. So it's on sight. Empty out the whole clip. Now it wasn't your night. I'm an OG nigga. You don't know me, nigga. I'm as solid as the one that came before me, nigga.
This is for the black, white, brown, and beige.
Never tell me for me to act my age.
That's when I let his ass out the cage. This is for the black, white, brown, and beige.
Never tell me to act my age. Bitch told me to act my age.
That's when I let his ass out the cage.
Act my age. Act my age.
Okay.
Ice Cube and Scarface. Once again, this is Now versus Then. And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Little Big Sis, the one and only formerly known, the artist formerly known as DJ Too Cute. Music is Me 1971. What's good, Big Sis? How you doing? All right. So what did you think of that? And do you think it spoke? Do you think he was sending a message out?
That song didn't really do it for me. One thing about me, I like for my songs, I like edgy songs. Sometimes if a song is too cutesy, but not cutesy in the right way, like, okay, let's take like I'll Be That. Like I like that. It had a campy bubbliness. Not that song was bubbly. That's not the word I'm looking for. But the video gave it a campiness to it that made me, look at it in a certain light. I wanted it to be deep, and then it just wasn't. Like I actually thought he was about to say more. Like when I heard the chorus, I thought it was gonna be a certain way, but it was just okay. Cute, I don't know. Lyrics is kind of basic for me. You know what I'm saying? Given everything I said before, like the kind of way that I like my cookies baked, I like for them shits to be kind of more sophisticated. But I don't want to like seem like I'm shitting on, because it's his choice to rhyme in that cadence, in that rhyme flow. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it was just, it's a little simplistic for me, and not in a way where Scarface is going. Scarface is that nigga. So like, he got a certain way that he hit the beat that gave me more what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? But neither one of them really said too much. I thought it was going to be like deep, but it wasn't. It just kind of was weird, because it's like talking about acting my age, but then they kind of had on. I don't know. I couldn't the concept to me wasn't going in the ball wasn't going all the way in the hole for me. You know what I mean? But it's fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was. I felt like it was. It was pretty. Like I said, I think Scarface verse was a little stronger. Now I don't know. It seemed like he was talking to somebody he may have been in an interview with or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that somebody must have been telling him that his
did
age
seem
before.
specific.
It seemed a little specific, so I enjoyed that part. But I was just in a hip hop conference, right? And there was this younger sister,
Mm-hmm.
bless her heart, and she was a professor, a college professor, and wrote a book. And it was kind of along the lines of kind of what they would sing in this verse, this song. You know, I don't know if they were talking to. You can tell they were talking to younger people, I guess, sometimes or whatever, because they, you know, it seemed like they were talking. They may have been even addressing someone, maybe even younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it seems like there's a war going on that sis was kind of making me privy to in the conference with the young versus the old. You know what I mean? That's kind of been going on or whatever. And we need to work on that. You know what I mean? In hip hop. You know what I mean? As far as that, this is why I like what you do now versus then. You played Ice Cube and Scarface, right?
Right.
You played the young brother, you know, before whatever. So I like what it is that you're doing. Once again, these generational gaps, we got to do better. You know what I mean? With that, that's the vibe I got from the Ice Cube, Scarface joint or whatever. I like seeing them together though. Me being and from my era of hip hop, I did like seeing them together. I like they got something going. I love seeing an old school rhyme, so I do like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, the song was all right, but I think it speaks to that vibe of young versus old, kind of. So
it definitely does. And I thought he was gonna drop jewels about it. That's kind of what I was waiting to hear, the jewel, I guess. And that was because both of them are kind of wokish. Well, I mean, you know, Ice Cube is, but like always was. But you know, Face too. So I kind of thought they were gonna kind of say something that was gonna have me like more like what's the X.
Yeah, there's actually there were two albums. One was called Man Down, and that was last year. And then recently the new one is called Man Up. So
I like that.
he was talking, so he was talking like this was about maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 tracks that speaks to pretty much the demographic of talking about Gen Xers. Like there's a song called Salt and Pepper. And he was talking to these young women that attract these older men or whatever. And it's like
these zaddies.
Yeah.
These
I
zaddies.
heard that, I was like, okay. And then there was another one called Ratchet Ass Mouth. And he was talking to the youngsters.
Yeah.
To these young men that be out there and that be about that life. So it's like
I'm with him. I want us to comment on it. We have our commentary to young people about certain things that they may do that we don't understand or that we think they could do better. But I'm with him. We're from the conscious community, and that separation is not good. Like we got to make sure that us as older people, we can't get mad at the youth for one. All of them ain't doing the whack shit that we're describing. Like a lot of them aren't doing that stuff, and they just trying to go along and get along just like we was when we was. They just trying to find their style, find their way. You know what I mean, or whatever. And they got this industry, this evil industry, influencing them to do what they do. A lot of it they wouldn't even do if it wasn't for products always being placed in their face, and these these performative blacks that they produce for us to enjoy out here or whatever and pick from. So I think the commentary is good. I like the fact that he's addressing some of these things, but as long as he's not coming from a place where he's just like always mad at them, like drop a jewel on them, drop a jewel on the youth. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? When we get older, we can't expect, just like our parents didn't see, they didn't I can't be mad at my mama and them. My mama and them liked hip hop and stuff. My mom and my dad accepted it. But the older people that didn't accept it, in a way, I can't be mad at them for how they look at it. Samples versus a band. There is no comparison.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, as far as when you look at hip hop culturally, or you look at music culturally, it's kind of, I don't know, it moves fast. So to speak. So for instance, Run DMC was on top of the world in 84, 85. By 88, they was old school. You know what I mean? That's kind of how that is when you look at that or whatever. But also just kind of when it comes to the young and the old, I tell people all the time, I tell young people, look, do not expect me to be listening to no designer. Don't expect me to be listening to that. You know what I mean? Now, I like JID though, but I do like Jid. I do like some of these younger people who are actually very lyrical. You know what I mean? Who are very, you know what I mean? For instance, okay, like no disrespect. A lot of my homies, and I've noticed something really crazy going on. A lot of my OG homies, they say Kendrick whack. Now, Kendrick cannot be your taste. I feel you, but please don't say whack.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, man, you could have put Kendrick in 92. You wouldn't. He'd have been right there. He'd have been just as solid. You know what I mean?
That's the standard that he's holding up. The kind of standard that we hold up.
He stands on that shoulders of the giants that came before him.
And I mean, and I mean, no disrespect, but you know, you calling Kendrick whack? No, Tim Dog was whack. Okay, Tim Dog was whack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
See, I like that.
The people that they do say are dope compared to who they say is whack. I'm like,
and another thing, people don't teach children. Me and her have taught young people the culture. They think people like KRS are whack and corny. I be having to explain them like, hey, y'all had to be there. But it's a time thing when it comes to culture, you had to be there. I was like, yo, when KRS came out, yo, I was in high school. You know, you realize how much she influenced me? You know what I mean? I was like, y'all gotta understand me, KRS and Public Enemy. That was my era. And then even when my college years is Tribe and then Biggie and then Nas and then the Wu. And so those are still formative years that are influencing me. But I ain't finna to ask my mom to listen to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we as a people need to come to a more common ground. That's what I was saying earlier about it being bigger than hip hop. We as younger and older people in the culture, but one thing I do notice is we're both emotional about
that
how
is
we
very
feel
true.
about our
Oh
era.
my goodness.
So we both have a love for the culture. You know what I mean? For what it is, but we need to realize that our common ground is with us as people, and not necessarily the music and the time frame. So let's get out of the rap so much, and let's find what common ground we need to find as OG and younger brother. What do we need to? Yeah, we need to make sure our baby's straight and stuff like that, and then we can work on. Then we can argue about the rap. And then
we can get back to this. Yeah.
And then but you'll realize if we do something more productive for our people, we won't be arguing about the rap. The rap gonna change.
Exactly.
So
right.
That's how I feel.
Exactly.
The divide will get smaller.
It would. Yeah.
Now there was something the other day. I shared a post on Facebook, and it was that it was James Brown, Michael Jackson, Usher, and Chris Brown.
Oh yeah.
One of these four. Which one has to go? One of them has to go. Who do you think?
What for? You can say that one more time.
I mean, it's either
James Brown,
Usher or Chris Brown.
Yeah, James Brown, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and Usher.
Okay, we either had to be Usher or Chris Brown, because if you get rid of James Brown, all of them gonna disappear.
Right, and then if you get rid of Michael, all the rest of them gonna disappear. So yeah,
right.
And then when you start talking about the music, because if you're saying which one has to go, that was just the question. Because I've seen those kind of posts. Sometimes it's about the music specifically or the dance specifically. You notice they are all dancing performers. if we're just looking at strictly dance, it's still Usher or Chris Brown. It's probably Usher because Chris Brown is like a beast dancer.
Really
Usher's pretty dope, but Chris Brown is a beast dancer. Both Usher and Chris Brown have really good voices, though. I'm not gonna front. Like some both singing motherfuckers. When I saw Usher's Tiny Desk concert,
yeah, I was like, wow.
That took me back to being some kind of little teenager myself or something. I was like, okay, Usher, like you know what I mean? I didn't expect it. I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I've never seen him live, and I'm not as into his music as some people.
But see, I think that's another issue that I'm personally having with us as far as people in the culture. I don't like them posts. We need to just honor all four of them brothers, ancestors. Right, it's two ancestors and it's two brothers that are a lineage of greatness in our music. We should all kind of pay homage.
Yeah,
it gets some under because it be like, and it be some real hard ones. Who got to go or what?
Right.
Low in theory or Illadelph Half-Life. People like, come on,
like both of them. Such a big nuance. Yeah,
he'd like to go. That's why it's a good question because
true.
It puts you down, but it's a bad question because it's like, why put them in the same bracket with James Brown and Michael Jackson? They don't belong there, like at all.
True.
They're just not iconic enough. Like you said, they influence everybody. James Brown's influence is so ridiculous that like we can't stop naming what he influenced. Like when you just do hip hop history alone. So this is the godfather of soul and funk. Like not so you dominate one genre and then you turn around and dominate a whole nother genre like that. Like that's crazy. And then funk becomes all this other shit.
Stuff. It becomes hip-hop, disco, house, electric funk. It becomes all of that.
You
know what I mean?
So that's James Brown.
People all the time. You got people like James Brown who influenced the world without your internet in the same manner. Or Michael in the same manner without all of the technology and other advantages that the younger guys have. And I'm happy that they have them because it's just the time we're in. We're in the age of it's the age of air and technology. So that's where we at. But as far as think about it, I tell the young people, you gotta think about it like that, man. Michael Jackson, nobody will ever sell the amount of records that he sold physically. Ever. They never, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Can't go back in time and create the history that he created. Michael Jackson. Away Michael Jackson, you take away all those innovations in video making. Like who before Michael made a whole little miniature movie, a horror movie?
Come on now,
just some R&B, rock and roll type music or whatever. A whole horror film, and then the making of that film, and like influenced the whole generation. Then you got all his other joints, Bad and all the other joints with or the high heels on.
But again,
Chris Brown and Usher and them get all of that from Michael.
Choreographed music and video. Michael and
Janet, yo. So what is Usher and Chris Brown to do?
But honor, but pay homage.
Right. And they probably wish we would stop doing that too. They probably wish we would stop doing that too. Because you can't pick.
Yeah, so
I know Michael would be like, please don't. It's James, y'all.
Right.
Like James it's really James. If you have to pick the person on that list, it's James.
Yeah, James is the Don.
James is the Don.
My mom told me he was the Michael Jackson of his day.
All day.
Right.
Just like Michael.
And an innovator.
He could really sing. Yeah. Like that's James.
But see, people don't realize, like, okay,
James so funny.
People like Fela Kuti look at James Brown as a genius. A clear, how he, because when I went again, when you do study hip hop and you study research, it's not just, it's really, and I ain't gonna front, I'll be perfectly honest with y'all. Big up to James Brown, but it's really Clyde Stubblefield. It's really the JBs we talk about.
It's James Brown and the
drum patterns and the rhythmic. And when you read about James Brown and the JBs in Wikipedia, they discuss that
the drum pattern.
They go into it like just rhythm of one game changer.
And that's not
game changer.
That's not necessarily James. That's the whole band.
That's right. So,
but they said that in the interview. They said that they kind of get overshadowed a lot.
Yeah.
And they were saying how they would be sitting there playing around, coming up with songs as a band. And James would walk up, but like they'll be playing a riff. James would walk up, like, nah, man, don't. don't play it like that. Play it like this. And then
Yeah.
he said, I'll go back to playing the same shit that I was playing when he walked up. And then James would be like, yeah, like that. And it's like, nigga, that's the one I was playing before.
Already.
So he
Yeah.
kind of he was a little bit of a
But
but still.
yeah, that's the homie though. Rise of Power.
Yeah, I fucks with James. I fucks with James. But like I didn't know. Another thing we got to stop doing. Me and you talked about this already, but how like when I came up, because I'm almost 6 years younger than him. So when he was talking about his Public Enemy, KRS, and all that experience, I'm in middle school, early middle school when he's in college. So
Got it.
It's one of those things where like I like even with KRS, I don't feel like the young people feel about KRS, but I could relate to what he was saying a lot more than you could, because he wasn't like as dominant when I was in high school. He still was doing shit, but it wasn't like how it was in the Big Daddy Kane versus whatever wars and all of that.
Yeah.
Right? Who's your favorite Rakim? Big Daddy? That wasn't really our discussion when I was in high school. Woo and them was out. Woo and them and Biggie. And soon it's about to be the Shiny Suit era. In like 5 minutes,
Literally,
whatever. Like toward the end of my, because I went to high school in 93.
I'm sorry. She said the
Shiny Suit era was on its way.
Suit era.
Because I graduated in 97.
You know what she's talking about?
Yeah. So right. You know, Biggie died, and he rolled it right. Puffy rolled it right out. But this is what we got. This is what we got to stop doing. Is when we discover. I'll use Grace Jones as an example. First time I'm really noticing her, even though I had already heard pull up to my bumper when I was young, I didn't really know what I was listening to.
Right.
So when the first time I really noticed her was the movie Boomerang. So of course in the movie she's strange, she's being honored, but at the same time she's kind of being mocked.
Yeah.
And there's this like the way the media used to paint her, they kind of almost like were joking her a little bit.
They were.
When really when she was in her heyday, she was like
another trendsetter.
She was it.
The
white people, everybody didn't know what to do with Grace, but they were obsessed with
compete, couldn't do nothing.
They couldn't do nothing. And so they tried to like knock her a lot. She had a whole way to go in a lot of that stuff, especially in disco. But there's never going to be another great. I love Grace Jones, but I had to get older to realize that she was this person. So saying James, when I first saw James Brown, I was a little girl, and it was like Living in America was out, and like it was the Rocky movie. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, James Brown is hilarious. He's greasy, and his hair is funny, and he's got on like a one-piece onesie. He's got on a wrestling onesie.
That's not Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live.
No, that's what it was.
That's a pivotal.
Thank you for saying that.
But that's generational.
It's actually
how a lot of us looked.
Eddie
Murphy's Hot Tub Saturday Night Live. Remember that saying? Yeah, the Hot Tub.
So that he was a joke. He was and he was funny. I mean, he's hilarious. So even he's a joke because of his own doing, but he's also a joke because by the time you get older, you become more like a meme and a parody of your former self, kind of. And so now people kind of forget that you were this person who could like walk on water, basically. Like James Brown, I didn't really realize that James Brown was who he was, and then I saw this footage of James Brown performing, all white audience. He was performing. This is a man's world. And the bitches was going ape shit. And he was like, this is the man. And for one, his voice is really high. So he hits all those high notes and he's doing all the splits and shit. And then I felt the feeling, like the female feeling. I was like, not me in here looking at James in a little bit of a different light and kind of seeing what they saw. Like they were always just like a really, really funny Al Sharpton kind of person in my mind. And it changed. And then we started studying hip hop and Zulu Nation and stuff, and that's when it all changed. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, James. Okay, James. Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. Sorry.
No, it's funny because there was a that same post that I was my cousin was trying to say, well, this was his era, or this was my era of music and James Brown. I was like, hold on a minute now, like, look, James Brown was in the 50s and the 60s. Now, technically, I was born in 69, but James Brown's era was already pretty much
He was starting to get
gone.
older.
By the time,
Yeah.
by the time the 70s hit,
I like it. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
the albums started on the decline because he backed Richard Nixon publicly. So when people tell me like
That's what I'm talking about.
that's your era, like get the fuck out of here. Like living in America, and no disrespect, like I was a little shorty when Payback came out.
Yeah.
Okay. Like 1973, 1974.
Right.
You 5 years old. You 5 years old. Yeah.
So, and I wasn't really hitting hard into music. And then, I grew up listening to, Body Heat, Cold Sweat, because my father listened
our parents
to all of that. Our parents. So yeah, we grew up with it, but that wasn't our new shit.
Yeah.
Like
he was old by the time I
People
showed
realize
up.
that.
Him, Shaka,
Yeah,
all of them. They were in.
But even in hip hop, I have to explain to people when Hurt played him in '73. Funky Drummer came out in '69. Funky Drummer was old when Hurt and them was doing it.
Right.
You got to realize that. Yeah, they was old. They were going back. Hip hop is about paying homage way back when Hurt was playing.
Yeah,
Hurt was playing old funky music that they mama and them kind of put on the shelf for real. They would break out like, well, mama and them, I remember this. I like this one. Mama played this back in the day, and I'm just gonna play the break. Old background song. So
yeah. So we kind of gotta, we kind of need to get that shit kind of straightened out, because as far as I'm concerned, my generation of music are the 90s. Okay. Circa 1987, all the way maybe up to 2000, something like that. Maybe kind of like edging that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like, in that neighborhood. But, let's not get it twisted, because like I said, during the 80s, I was kind of growing into a teenager. By the time I got out of high school, that was it. And I grew up with Cube. I grew up with KRS-One, MC Shan, fucking Big Daddy Kane, and wow, they're beefing right now, and all that other kind of,
who beefing, brother?
Kind of stuff. Well, Shan and
always
Big Daddy Kane has been going back and forth.
Oh man, I know that's sad, man.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Yeah,
that's sad. I ain't even got to get into it. We ain't got to get into the details. Yeah. I need to know. That's sad though. Shan ain't never got along.
Shan.
I don't know if you even know about Shan with the whole symphony. Shan was supposed to be the first dude on the symphony, but they say he stormed out. Master Ace was a replacement. Master didn't actually have Master Ace by MC Shan wilding out. Actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't listen. I didn't had Shan on the show over the years, and I've been on him since 2009. And the first show, the very first show that I was on, he shut a rapper, a potential rapper coming on, but then that potential rapper should have bought the A game, because it was clearly a D plus, and Shan ate that young lady up and sent her out to pasture, but she really had no business. But then, that was my fault for playing the track, but that was one of the first lessons that I learned when it comes to music and the radio, because what might sound average might sound good to someone, but might sound really bad to like maybe 9,990 other motherfuckers. So, and the thing about it is that this is a crazy ass business. Okay, this is a business dirty. Okay, let's just face the facts. As a what you would call, because I'm not I'm not a DJ. Okay, I'm a radio show host, and one of the things that I've had to learn was to learn the business itself. That is one of the reasons I have survived this long doing this, because I keep reinventing myself and taking it to new heights. You have to be able to pay attention to all of the music and not just some of it, because you can't be out there prejudging. Because like the track that we played earlier tonight, that Gas Station Love.
That was fire.
When you look at this young man, you look at him and be like, man, this nigga one of these skinny jeans, one of these skinny jeans rap motherfuckers like boom boom man, sitting that nigga over the Kodak Black. But then when he started singing, it was like
all that history came right out.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, he's an old soul. He's an old soul. That's an old soul.
I said, oh my.
Without question. Yeah. I love it.
And the song
I
is
love
just
it.
well made. It's well
It
written.
was.
Well, the
Yeah.
music is really
musicians,
good.
the band, fire. The music.
Feel good, innocent video. Not
Yeah.
so it's no. I mean, and I like a good twerk, and like just like the next person, we can watch ass shake. Nothing wrong with that, but like
it's nice to get a break.
It's nice to get a break from it.
Yeah.
'Cause it doesn't fit everywhere. In fact, it doesn't fit most places. So
Right.
it's actually nice to see. It's about the gas station, so it's
Yeah.
nice to see nobody twerking because you wouldn't see that at the gas station.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? You would see the cute girl that you fall in love with at the gas station. That's what the song was about. It's so dope. For one, the fact that he was singing, period.
I didn't
expect him to
either.
sing.
I was like, where did he come
You know what
from?
I mean?
That threw me off.
He had a grandpa down his throat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said,
You
where
know what I
did I
mean?
Yeah,
get
right.
from?
He had an old uncle ass voice coming out that boy. I loved it.
Because the track was sent to me, and I was like, okay, and I'm like, this looks like this is gonna be some real hip hop shit, some gas station love, or talking about hitting it in the gas station and the third stall or some shit like that, right? And I'm looking, and I look at the clip, and then I'm like,
Yeah, it caught you. Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
what?
What ancestor
you?
Yeah.
Who are you sitting up under?
Yeah, like,
He was somebody's knee baby. Yeah.
What the hell?
He definitely was at church with somebody.
So I tell you what, because we definitely have to play this again.
Yes, you do.
We definitely have to play this again. For those that missed out on it, trust and believe me, you're gonna get yourself a treat, because I'm telling you, just watch what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is E.J. Jones, and the name of this track is called Gas Station Love, and it is right here.
What's going on, boy? Shit, man, it's gas station. Okay. You need to fill up?
Nah, I gotta fill up.
Okay. And look, she caught her with bad shit. I see she left out the store though. I caught her with her. She pumping gas. You know what I'm saying? Look, she pumping gas.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, damn, where you man at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No plan.
No man.
Riding through a new town, on the way to pick up my cigars and things, till I seen her pretty self. Oh, she look good. I gotta get down on her before she's gone for good. Looking fine and wide, then we locked eyes. Oh, I gotta catch her outside, pumping gas all alone. I said, baby, where's your man? She turned around, said, you tell me. I do what I can, but I can't do much. Oh no, don't get me wrong, babe, I can't do too much. You see them out in public, and they acting hard to get on. I told her, little baby, come on, baby, now, 'cause I got next. Oh, let me, say, let me, baby, let me. I said, let me, oh, yeah. I said, let me, come on. Get down, oh, I had to get down, I had to get down, baby, get down, I had to get down, oh, I had to get down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost vintage. Like I like the look of the video, the orange and teal, and
Yeah,
just the
yes.
topic. It's just, man, it's a trip. It's beautiful. And his voice. Ah.
Yeah, goddamn Chevron. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like,
It's just like, yeah.
man, what? Like, man, listen.
Gas
Listen,
station.
it is
Okay,
going
I
to
mean-
be. Listen, it is going to be my mission, and I'm going to speak this into existence.
Yeah.
Somewhere in 2026, we are going to have this guy on this
Yeah.
show,
That'd be good.
and the very
That'd be
people
good.
in this stream will
Mhm.
be co-hosts for that one.
All right.
Because that right there, that shit. No, listen, you got to understand.
Yeah.
When I first heard the song, when
Mhm.
and I saw the visual, and like I said, it threw me
I
off.
know it did. Because,
And
man,
I was just like,
arrested you. Yeah. Yeah.
and I was trying to, I forgot who I was getting to call about it, but it was like, it was necessary.
Mhm.
It was absolutely necessary. EJ Jones, Gas Station
DJ
Love.
Jones.
All right.
And that name. Just
They're right.
DJ Jones. Just
It's fire. And like I told you, again, when was the last time, again, you've played this song, we talked about it a little bit. Again,
Yeah.
man, good music coming back. We used to talk about stuff like this, songs like this all the time. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just loving it. And then again, the youth, once again, you know what I mean? Finding ways to get back with them or whatever. It don't get no more jiggy than that. You know what I mean? I'm very proud of that young brother right there for the song him and his camp produced. So yeah.
Oh
That
man.
was
Oh,
good.
listen. Man, shout out to Top Notch 615. Listen,
Mhm.
Uncle T, listen, you just missed out on this track because believe you me, this is it. This is up your alley. This song is up your alley. You need to try to find this song because you just missed out.
Mhm.
You need to find this song. It's called Gas Station Love. You
Mhm.
probably knowing you probably already know all about it.
EJ Jones.
His name
That,
is E.J. Jones. And the name
Mhm.
of the track is called Gas Station
Gas
Love. And I
station.
promise you, if it's on some Southern soul shit,
Mhm.
you man, what?
Mark's gonna love
Oh, he said, yeah, that's my jam. Bro, we played that tonight, man. We
Gas
played it tonight.
station.
That shit listen, that song is fire.
That's
Okay.
fire. That was
DJ
fire.
Jones, EJ Jones from Mississippi.
From
Okay.
Mississippi. Okay.
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 Okay. Hey,
He
listen.
probably do.
He probably do.
The country,
Oh yeah, so
the country
listen.
coming back. Everybody talking about Beyonce, but she ain't the only one.
That's
The
what's up. Oh, you guys
country
trying to get them
spirit.
booked?
Okay, well,
Okay.
Country spirit is in the air.
Well, we will follow. Well, listen, if you get him booked,
Please.
I'll be there. But we want to try to bring him here. Bring him
Okay, Troutman Music Group.
bring him here. And you could be a special guest co-host for that one. It's more the
Mhm.
more the merrier because I mean there's a lot of us like I love Southern Soul, but I am not the expert, the expert on
Mhm.
that. You know what I'm saying? This is why I
Mhm.
surround myself with people that know the genre. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's some of the people that we deal with, just like just like this young brother here, you know, culture crime,
Yeah.
with the culture, and there may be some roots and some stuff that I fucking never heard of, and I can't sit up here and talk about it to somebody that knows it. I'll be an idiot. So I get around people like Nova and culture and sit up here and be like, hey, if I don't know it, but if you do, then educate me on it so I don't look like an idiot. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm no, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I want to send a special shout out to Melissa Dorn for her knowledge on roots and reggae too. So Melissa Dorn has spit out some stuff I didn't know, some names. So I want to big her up on just being a connoisseur, a true connoisseur. We obviously are lovers of music in here. We love
Yeah.
music. We love good music. So I just want to spend a shout out to my sis Melissa Dorn on her knowledge on reggae. Salute, mama.
Bookie.
Fire.
Bookie.
Dawn. So,
Yeah, well,
I feel you too, man.
well, I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Man, this. So I guess we will be doing this. So maybe once a month. Once a month. As a matter of fact, we're gonna have to do a special intro. See, I'm gonna get to create a special intro for this particular show because we want to do this once a month.
All right, let me
Get
send you the music. Stop playing. Let me
yeah,
see.
and getting getting the music sent, and of course Miss Boy is always in the will always be in the building because like I said, she's busy tonight doing her she's in the studio tonight, and yeah, we definitely going to be getting down. So before we depart, we got to definitely ask the couple of the key questions and so forth, because we've already done well, actually we haven't done this for Culture Chronicles because you are omitted from this one, Miss Novakane Omega, because we've asked you these questions before. They're not particularly hard, but we're going to go ahead and make this happen. All right. So if you could go back, well, let's see. Yep. We're going to do this. If you can go back to the beginning of your career, to the beginning of when you started doing music and everything like that, you yourself going back at that time, what would you tell yourself? Would you change anything or you just keep it the same? What would what would you tell yourself to do? Well, what kind of advice would you give to your younger self?
Are you asking me?
It's your question.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah, that's
okay.
your question. Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh, that's a good one. Wow. Uh, yeah, it would be if anything, the same thing you said earlier about you even being a radio host and you having to know the business, learn the business. You know, understand that part. It ain't just you getting on that stage on the mic, because that's kind of where I was. When you're at that phase of an artist, you honing in on your skill set, especially as an MC. And
Right.
so you're not paying a lot of attention to it. Like you said, the music industry is wicked. And the people you need in the places to be successful are sometimes even the harder ones to trust. You know what I mean? So if I would have been like, I would have just been like, learn the business so that you can just, so that you can be up on that. Other than that, though, I feel blessed. I don't want to change too much from where I am. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I would just tell myself, if anything, just learn the business.
Excuse me.
So
Okay.
yeah, learn the business, and definitely keep with the knowledge. Because even when I had started my career, I was already doing the knowledge, and I would just definitely told myself, well, look, just definitely the knowledge. Keep doing that. Be a little bit more diligent with it. Honestly, be a little bit more diligent with that. And to be honest, you know what I also would have said, my brother the Saint, to be honest, yo, do the best you can to stay sober.
Okay.
Yep. Try not
All right.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I see you puffing. That's what's up, bro. Yo, do the best you can. Try to start easing up on doing it all day, every day from this particular
Straight up
point.
and down.
I think that would have been my biggest advice to me. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So this question: what does hip hop mean to you?
Everything. I am, you know what I mean? I am hip hop. People ask me what my favorite genre of music is, and I say reggae, and they be like, it's not hip hop. I'm like, no, because I don't consider I am hip hop. I'm not a genre of music. You know, hip hop is not necessarily a genre of music. So hip hop, I mean, from the time I say a part of hip hop, the culture, not even knowing it was a culture, not even knowing I was a hip hop person since I was like 9. My brother was a DJ. My brother was 9 years older than me, and he was a DJ. And my sister, who was older than us, got him a radio receiver. He bought 2 turntables, turned that into a little amp, a big radio boombox back then. I knew you about the boombox the same. So he turned his boombox into an amp.
Right.
And started DJing on it, and told me that he was like, you know, this is your thing. Because again, he's coming from funk. He coming from Parliament, Funkadelic, Shaka Khan, and all that too. But when the hip hop came, he was like, oh, okay, this y'all thing. You know, this is young people thing. So that's what it means to me, man. It means everything. It defines who I am, even in the element of knowledge that people overlook, knowledge itself. That's really the part that really brings it on home with who I am as far as a hip hop person. So, I mean, I ain't gonna front, bro. It's way more than music to me. You know what I mean? And I'm an MC. I'm an MC. You know what I mean? So I tell people all the time, you know, I ain't knocking that part. I love that part of me being an MC. But at the same time, being an MC, I realize even in arts, when you're harnessing your skills, you're doing your element a lot, but you still got the rest of your life to live though. Right. So it's that part right there that defines me as hip hop. When I'm not doing that element, when I'm not breaking or not graph writing or not rhyming, what is a hip hop person doing? Then that's what defines me as hip hop, brother. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's everything, bro. Yep.
Okay. Well, goodness gracious, this is good. This has actually been good. Well, I want to thank you two tonight for tapping in. Of course, now this is going to be a once a month talk, you know, talking and stuff like he is so fun. You know what? I see there's a message for you right there. No doubt.
At first I was like, who is that? I was like, oh, okay. Got it.
Y'all leave her alone. Y'all mess with her. Y'all.
Y'all know how I do.
All right, so let's start off. Let's start off with Culture Chronicles. Let's go ahead. Let's get your socials and all that other kind of good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm Culture Chronicles on Twitch. It's _culture_chronicles on Instagram. It's currently a hip hop meme joint, but it's about to be a lot of the knowledge and stuff. I will be starting a YouTube long form content joint soon. That will also be Culture Chronicles. I can go ahead and tell y'all that. That's going to be Culture Chronicles on YouTube. So it'll be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Those will be 4 places that you'll be seeing me kind of hop. Oh, and TikTok, hopping around those or whatever with short content from the long form content. And you know, that's the socials, bro. That's where y'all can find me. Also, stay tuned. Also, very important. I'm glad you asked. One more thing. I'm sorry, it's very important to us. We have a nonprofit organization. After writing my book, in which if y'all want to copy it off stage, the culture the culture of hip hop before the elements or whatever. Just you can hit me on any one of those platforms, those social media platforms. You can DM me for a copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can also hit me it's on Barnes and Nobles, it's on Amazon. You can get a digital copy. You know what I mean? If you want to support, it's about the culture of hip hop.
Go to each9teach9.com and get that mug.
Oh yeah, go to each9teach9.com. That's directly to us and cop that joint. You know what I mean? You can get it. You can get it from there as well. It's a book from time on the hip hop from 68 to 72 before Herc, But what I learned in my research with that is that I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to rhyme anymore until I'm making sure I'm doing something for the hood first, for my people. I think that's what hip hop should be focusing on. So we have a nonprofit organization. It's a mutual aid society. We fashioned it after the Black Panther Party because that's all the Black Panther Party was. They were just a solution oriented, a remedial coalition, a mutual aid society that solved problems in their neighborhood. So that's what we're doing right now. So we had a free store program where we're about to kind of, with everybody going through what they're going through, about to start doing food and clothing drives and stuff with events. We also have the urban agriculture initiative, Straw Hat Farms. So that's kind of, in doing that. And so stay tuned for the Culture Freedom Media project next year. Be a fundraising project. All of those proceeds will go to the nonprofit so we can do the stuff we need to do to help the people. And so that's where we at, yo. You know what I mean? Appreciate you too, man. Definitely looking forward to being here once a month so we can talk the talk, walk the walk.
Yeah, because
I get everybody right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think that's important that we all have this kind of knowledge, because there are so many young people out there that really want to get into this music, but sometimes you get the gas face, you know what I'm saying, that box of that box of Newports and them Puma sweats, you feel me, like
yes sir. Boom, 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 boom.
yeah, so you get a bad deal, and sometimes we have to be able to educate, and sharing tales of you know what's not necessarily always a victory. Sometimes you got to be able to talk about the defeats. If you've never learned true victory, how come there's no defeat purpose? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some kind of humility, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? Being humble.
Yeah, I mean, humility. I feel the same way. There was a sister at the conference I was in. She was saying we got to start having the difficult conversations, and I was like, well, the conversation shouldn't be difficult. We just need to have the right conversations that we need to have, so that we can move forward. You know what I mean? So definitely, I couldn't agree with you more there. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yep.
All right, and Miss Novakane Omega, or Black Girl Gamer. Let's go ahead. Throw that information out there, Empress. Have it your way.
Have it your way. I want to say this is a special day. Y'all know I love the number 11. Today is 11/11. In 2 minutes, it'll be 11/11. And it's a super special day because my Instagram is Nova_Omega_memes. And my channel is doing well. I'm real proud of what I got going on over there on Instagram. And Erykah Badu liked my post this morning. I woke up and I looked at my notifications and it said Erykah Badu liked your post. I'm like, oh my God. So y'all follow me over there. If you want to laugh, if you are a fool and you stupid as hell and you think crazy stuff is funny, I'm your girl. Go over there, Novakane_. It's Nova_Omega_memes. And each9teach9.com is our website. That's where you can get his book, both in hard copy and in digital form. You can get my book. Thank you, CJ. I see what you did in the chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sis. Appreciate you.
But you can follow, you can really follow along and learn over there from us. I decided today that on my BGG, Black Girl Gamer channel, Tuesday, I'm going to do it's time for another music law tutorial. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to talk about music law and what people need to know on the business end of things. So yeah, I'm Black Girl Gamer. You know what I mean? Spelt badly. I'll just type in the chat so y'all can see my name if you don't see it already. Anybody that want to know, everybody know me in here, but there I am. Spelt like that.
You're famous.
I'm not. It's just these is my people in here. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt.
Give me that famous money.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Give me the money. I don't care. Keep that fame over there. I want to go to the grocery store and rack up and not have to
Yeah,
sign
no
no
doubt.
autograph.
That'll work. All right. So Jonte, go ahead. Yes, you.
On mute. I'm talking and I was on mute. I'm always gonna say the same thing. Keep your head on the swivel. I enjoyed talking with you guys today.
Oh,
Novakane
you're
Omega
so
and Culture
sweet.
Chronicles and just all the information. I'm definitely getting the books, especially that smoothie one. That looked really, really
Thank
good.
you.
I was like, oh, I need to get that. So yeah, enjoyed everything today.
Thank you, sis.
Okay.
Thank you. And again, appreciate your the work, the love. One thing another thing as far as moving forward that we have to do is also recognize the work of our women. And so,
Yes.
CJ, I see you. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. I appreciate the work that you've done. I see you typed in our platforms as we said
Admin,
them.
baby.
Big up yourself. A lot of stuff don't work, and without women in hip hop, people be bigging up Cool Herc. That was Cynthia's party. That was his sister's party in 1973.
Listen, don't
You know
get
what I
fat
mean?
started about
But
that party.
anyway, I just want to big up the woman. Big up CJ. Appreciate you, Saint. You know what I mean.
We love
So,
Daddy. Saddy,
no doubt.
saddy.
All right. Okay, so our very next broadcast will be probably tomorrow. Dark Lord 100 will be doing, I believe, NBA Wednesdays,
Okay.
doing his thing on the 2K25. My next broadcast will be also sometime tomorrow. I'm thinking about going ahead and throwing another retro stream because I've been doing these Def Jam games lately, and yeah, and some old James Bond, some extra violent shit, man, or maybe something, or maybe I might do some Uno because I have been playing Uno, and this new deck, this No Mercy deck, is very, very unforgiving. You get 25 cards, you're out. Like it's wrong.
Yeah,
It's
that's
wrong.
brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah, it's wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, we will be back on Thursday as I will be interviewing the Art Museum, and he is also from right here in Hartford. That's
Okay.
the young man that I was jamming to, called Pigeon on a Stoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. His music is fire. Okay, like he's definitely on it, and it's like all the music tonight was fire. We don't play no whack
Yeah.
shit around here.
Mm-mm.
Not us.
No, no. No,
No,
your
no,
taste, your
no.
taste is strong, bro. Really good
Yeah,
taste.
I don't do rap music, so yeah, you always
yeah. I have to be particular. Reputation precedes you. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. But ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you follow us here, right here on Twitch. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on YouTube, which is First Gen Xers 8414. We're going to be posting up material over the course of the next couple of days because we have about maybe 5 episodes of Now versus Then that needs to be posted. But a lot of us are busy. Life is lifing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And especially with this last few 40 something days, hint
Listen,
hint. What?
listen.
Yeah, but me is I just want to say too. I want to say this in all of us doing our endeavors. Like me, I'm working and
Yeah.
still trying to do what it is that we do. Everything
Yeah.
happens when it's supposed to happen.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because time is the time we dealing with was made up by some old Europeans that were trying to pay some taxes and wanted to schedule that or whatever. So I always say, I think everything is happening when it's supposed to happen. Just make sure we keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't overwhelm ourselves and get the rest that we need because we're not gonna be able to do it without the rest either. We need proper rest as well.
So I just want to say that, bro. I'm proud of you, man. Keep up the good work. Keep up what you're doing. You'll get the YouTube thing up when it's supposed to get up, when you got the time to do it. All right. And it'll bubble, and everything will bubble from there, bro. Same thing with me, man. I feel like I should have been done my long form content, but I'm working 12 hours a day right now. So let me just calm down and let the universe dictate when my YouTube thing get going. Which it's gonna happen, but that's where I am with it too, bro. You know what I mean? So got a lot going on.
Night, Melissa.
You know what I'm saying? So
no doubt. All right, y'all. So as always, we get ready to get out of here. We always end with the track, and that is the song "My Business" by Carlita Duran. So for myself, thank you everybody for the Collective Limited, Sijante, Novakane, and of course the one and only Culture Chronicles. My name is Christopher T. Williams, aka Agent K28, but better known as the Saint. And this has been a First Gen Xers presentation of Now versus Then, where Generation X meets Generation X.
Yeah.
Please make sure that you follow us. Please keep tapping in. We love you. Until the next time, I say peace, one love, and I'm out.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
I don't have the time to worry about anything else but me and my life. There's too much going on and I have no room in my mind. Please remind me why I should care when you've never been there. I'll drink my water, coconut oil in my hair. Coconut oil in my hair. Coconut oil in my hair. One time for the business owners, one time for the graduates, one time if you're just trying to pay the rent. One time, one time. I just want a peace of mind. I just want a peace of mind. And I mind my business. Can I mind my business? I'm gonna mind my business. Can I mind my business? And I mind my business. Can I mind my business? I'm gonna mind my business. Can I mind my business? It don't cost a dime, no dollar, no fine. Take care of home. They don't have to know who you with, where you go, what you did, who you sexing, who you texting. I'll drink my water, coconut oil in my hair. Coconut oil in my hair. Coconut oil in my hair. One time for the lovers, one time for the self-loving care, one time for the hustlers, one time, one time. I just want a peace of mind. I just want a peace of mind. And I mind my business. I'm gonna mind my business. Oh, I'm gonna mind my business. Yeah. Mind my business. Oh, and I mind my business. I don't care what people
This is First Gen Xers.